there. It's Rick Frost again at the Winnipeg Foundation, speaking to you on week 7 of an 8-week program that we've been conducting with bellwether organizations, and of course doing our own research to talk about how the charitable sector is reacting to this COVID crisis that we're all in the midst of. This week we were really trying to poke away at what the baseline revenue streams of organizations are and how they are changing as a result of COVID. And what we've really found is not a lot in the way of surprises. I have to say that large organizations are still largely dependent on government. As you can expect, health and social services organizations do get a lot of their money from government sources. And that wouldn't be quite the same for arts and environmental organizations, less reliant on government, but nonetheless, those sources are the same. And of course, in other respects, there's corporations who are making contributions, sponsorships, that sort of thing. And of course, the most important is the donors who top everything up. I just wrote an article about this in our upcoming magazine. I hope you have a chance to look at it. Basically talking about how Manitoba leads the nation when it comes to giving. Every year we're at the front of the line in terms of giving patterns in our province, and how hard that's going to be to maintain that standard when we know that people are facing uncertainty in their personal lives. Maybe some people have been laid off and that sort of thing. And so that's going to obviously put a lot of pressure on those of us who can give to give as much as we possibly can. We did find some evidence of other new sources of revenue. Of course, the federal government has introduced wage subsidies, rent subsidies. There's a new program the Winnipeg Foundation is involved with called the Emergency Community Support Fund, which is in partnership also with the United Way and Red Cross. So there's some new sources of revenue. And also there's other sources of information, commentaries that are being delivered by other organizations that charitable organizations are finding to be useful. Overall, I would say it's an uncertain environment. We're only 8 weeks into a long-term situation here. It'll change, I'm sure, in week 10 and week 20 as we go forward. But right now, I can only report that charitable organizations are faring as well as possible, resilient in the circumstance, and obviously coping with some very challenging times.